true. It worked on my end. It did not work on my other end, but it did work on my one end.
So 50-50?
Yeah. I would argue with him by telling him that the circuit diagram he was selling were not even functional. And then I would ask him why the circuits did not look anything like the real machine did that were sitting right in front of us. Crane would then just say, the square wave generator works better, and you will not cause any radio interference. So there's the key. You see, Rife held an FCC license to work his machine.
Right.
For $2,000, anybody can go have the FCC look it up, and then they don't guarantee that. So we just didn't do it. Go ahead, he said, hook up the transmitter tube. It's right here. So I hooked it up, and I dialed in the frequency, and it didn't kill anything in the incubator. Because Strecker examined that right after the treatment, because he could tell, because that was his field.
Right.
So it still would not kill anything even after we got it fixed, and that was the AZ-58 machine. That's the one that John Crane and I forget the guy's name. It just skips my memory for a minute. But he was an electronics expert for the police department, and so we did all this, and then I think the thing that excited Dr. Strecker the most were the reports about the microscope. I quote him from my notes, and I have all the notes. I have talked to some people that bought John Crane's microscope, and they report that they can see things they've never seen before. They say they can get 5,000 out of the scope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Crane could have built this scope at the shop with the metalworking machines we had, but he refused for some reason. So Strecker and I were forced to buy regular medical microscopes to study things that we could see.
Which magnified 5,000 power?
Yeah, 1,200 times.
Right.
Not much at all, just 1,000 times.
Okay.
Some of these things can be seen in Crane's lab notes that now are on Stan Truman's site, of course, at rife.org.
Right.
These are only a few notes Crane would carry around with him. The one set of papers that are missing contained all the research work done on the Risley prisms. And why, and of course we know what the Risley prisms were. They were those prisms that were counter-rotating underneath the microscope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rife chose to use them. Could it be that Rife knew more than he was telling all the medical people? I think so, because John Crane's comment to me in my lab notes, you must modulate this virus with light to see it. Key. You must modulate this virus with light to see it. Remember?
Sure.
The light interferometer.
Got it.
It must become resonant with the light interference. Those were in the notes.
And when that happens, the organism began to
light
fluoresce.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, you must cause the light interference before the subject would appear. Then it could be seen in its own color.
But this normally you would not be able to see anything.
Right. You would just pass it by.
Right.
We're talking about interferometer or heterodyning. Using this process, one can change the phase of light, cancel certain frequency out, and add others to it, i.e., a special mixer for light. So see, there's two ways to look at this. So let's just go down a little bit more. And this is the whole story, and people can read this at their own leisure. But we want to get into the exciting things here. We want to get down.
Yeah, let's try and jump into it as soon as we can.
Yeah, we're going to go right now. Okay, so we're going to go down the bottom of the page.
How far down to the bottom?
Well, almost to the bottom to where it says the AZ5080 working MOPA transmitter.
Is that past the block tables?
Yeah, it's past the Rife machine must do all these fundamentals at one time. So 102905, just past that. It's off to the left of the page.
Got it.
Okay, it says the AZ5080 working.
Just look on the left side of the page for the date 102905, and you'll find it. The AZ-5080 working MOPA transmitter. Okay,
now, how do we know that we have a real machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go to 110105.
Okay.
Okay, now here's a real AZ-58 firing a beam at a piezoelectric crystal out on the bench. So go ahead and click on that one right there. It says a few experiments today.
That's the left-hand monitor. There are two monitors there, left and right.
So we're going to do both of them.
All right, click on the left one. That's a quick time, and it'll show you some video as well. Okay.
Yeah, now this is adjusting the AZ-58 to the resonant frequency of the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the crystal picks this up, you know you got it.
Oh, I see. So the crystal is being held and moved toward
exactly. And
that
you can
plasma
see it on
gas.
The scope.
Right.
And then on the next one, I'm going to tune it for you.
Huh. Okay.
See?
Yep. All right, so we'll go back and click on the other monitor.
Yeah, so go back, click on the other monitor.
Okay. Got that?
This is how you know you have a genuine Rife machine, whether or not it's putting out anything in that fanatron.
Uh-huh.
Now, see, I'm going to put a copper shield there.
Right.
Goes right through it.
Huh.
Now I'm tuning it by hand here.
When you say tuning, are you tuning the output of the machine?
No, I'm tuning the frequency input to resonate the crystal. This is how precise it is.
Okay.
See, it's very critical that you get to the correct frequency.
So you want to resonate the crystal. What happens when that occurs?
Then the virus explodes.
Okay, right. All right, I see.
Okay, so now we're going to get out of here. And we're going to go down to these charts so you understand the chart.
Okay. All right, we'll do that in just a couple minutes.
Okay.
Remember, all these little pieces of videotape are always on this page, so you can go through. And again, all of you who are interested in this, either lay people or scientists, you can look at this anytime you'd like. Thanks to John Bedini. We'll be back. Fascinating video on John Bedini's site. Bookmark the site. Okay, John, let's go down to, I guess, 11.
Right, we're going to go to Bacillus X, Jeff.
All right.
We're going to go to the chart. We're going to go to Bacillus X.
All right,
now you'll see.
I'm not sure that's the first one on the left. Bacillus X. All right.
And you see Hoyland's measured